This week's video is going to be about grief. I lost Taylor 2 years ago, and in April this past year, we lost my daddy to cancer. So the past couple of years, I've learned a thing or two about grief and how someone feels when they lose someone that they love, and run across a few things that people have said to me that has not made things better, but actually kind of made things worse for me. So I thought that I would share those things because we all know people that lose someone and we're like, we don't really know what to say, we don't really know what to do for them. So I thought I would just kind of touch on grief just a little bit in this video. I was reading in the Bible, it's the back of my daddy's Bible. It says, grieve means to cause someone pain or sorrow. And then there's a verse in John that I like to read. John was actually my daddy's favorite book in the Bible and has now become mine. But the verse is John 16:20. It says, very truly I tell you, you will weep and mourn while the world rejoices. You will grieve, but your grief will turn to joy. Waiting for my grief to turn to joy. And this next one, I have this little book, God's Words of Wisdom of Life for Men. I got this for Scott at Hobby Lobby, and I found this in it. It says, my comfort in my suffering is this, your promise preserves my life. Psalms 119:50, and that is so true. And having faith, just trying to hang on to the day that I get to see both Taylor and Daddy again. After Taylor died, I went to the grave every single day. I was there every single day. I actually drove my doctor crazy, I think, because he was like, you don't have to go every day. But I wanted to be there every day. I know she's not there, but being there made me feel a little more comfort. I actually got to where, one day, I wanted to just be alone with her. It was only a few days after we'd buried her. I got up, really early before anybody else woke up. And I didn't want anybody to hear me leave, and so I went to the grave with just my t-shirt on and took a blanket, didn't have pants on. And of course I would run into someone that I know there, but they're probably thinking, yeah, she's completely lost it. But I just wanted to be alone and didn't want anybody to follow me. But I would go to the grave every single day. If I didn't go to the grave, I felt like I'm not respectful of her, and how dare I not go to the grave to check on her. So I was going every single day. And even when I went out of town for a few days, months after she died, I went every single day, like I said, and then I didn't want to miss. I got Scott to go up and FaceTime me so I could at least kind of be there. That's crazy, I know, but as a grieving parent, I'm gonna tell you, you do some crazy things. You really do, because you really are going crazy. I really was going crazy, and still some days I still am going crazy. But that's gotten a little better, I guess. I don't go every single day now. I do go several times a week still. And it's not for very long, where I used to go and just would sit in my car, in the parking lot. After I dropped Cam off at school or pick him up, I would go and just sit there and do some charting or whatever for work, but I would always sit in the parking lot. Just being there made me feel like she wasn't too far away. This is ridiculous, I know, to say, and I know there's a lot of people that feel like they can't go to the grave, and Nana, I know Nana, she hasn't come to terms with that and wanted to look at the grave or even go there. So I know it's hard for some people, and while some people probably overdo it like me. But I also just kind of wanted to go over some things, like I said, to say, or maybe not to say actually, or to do or things that I felt like helped me a lot after Taylor died. Someone, I don't know who, but someone started a chain thing, where people would sign up to bring supper for my family. While I wasn't eating and I didn't care about food, but my family still needed things, and so someone started this where they would, and I don't want to say who I think it was, because I'm not sure if it was this person. I don't want to insult the person that it was that started it, but anyway, thank you to whoever you were. But someone started this chain, and one night someone sent pizza, and one night someone cooked this delicious roast, and then the people would just bring food, and then we had so much food and the family was fed, and we didn't have to like worry every night about what are we going to feed the kids and stuff like that. And so that really helped. So I would say, like, if you're looking for something to do for someone that's lost someone and you're just like, I don't know what to do. Because to be honest with you, when people lose someone, you know, they don't really want to hear, what can I do for you? You know, it's just not like you're going to be like, oh, can you da-da-da, you know? Just do something for them, you know? Start that dinner thing, or just bring something by, or just come and just sit and talk, or just be there with them. Or maybe just even send a text every once in a while. After Taylor died, you know, for the first several weeks, you have people there a lot. You have people that's always checking on you and doing all this stuff for you, and, you know, making sure your family's okay. And then after weeks, months go by, years, people just kind of stop doing all that. People will just stop coming by. They stop calling, stop texting. And so I would say, you know, don't forget that person that's lost someone. Keep reaching out to them, because while it may seem like a long time to you, like, I know it's been 2 years since Tyler's passed away, while that may seem like a long time to you, to me, it's an everyday thing that I deal with. And every day, every hour thing that I deal with, where there's not an hour, there's not a few minutes that goes by that I don't think about her. I always think about her. And I always still having a lot of guilt that's another one, but always having a lot of guilt that I'm still here, and Cam's still here, Hunter's still here, because we're all here and Taylor's not. So I still have a lot of guilt with that, but I think about her so much. So while other people might not think about her, and other people have moved on with their life, I have not. So that just kind of brings me to some things I have pulled up here on the computer about, and they are so true. Some of them are maybe things to not say to a grieving parent. I know that some people just want to say something just to kind of make them feel better, but sometimes saying things, the wrong thing, can make it feel worse, if you know what I mean. And the number one thing on the list, and the number one thing to me too, was that she's in heaven. And while I know she's in a better place and she's in heaven, I know, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to think about that. I want her to be here with her mother. I want to be taking care of her. I want to see her every single day. And I don't want to hear she's in heaven, she's in a better place. So, just throwing that out there. People probably don't want to hear that either when they've lost someone, because to them, the better place is with them. Another thing is when people say, I know how you feel. It's a little different when it's coming from someone that has lost a child. That I understand, and that I really do understand, and they do know how I feel. But when someone says, I know how you feel, that has not lost a child, or maybe they say, I know how you feel, I lost my mom or my dad or my grandpa or whatever. Until you lose your child, you do not have a clue how I feel. I don't care if you've lost your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your brother, your sister, your whole freaking family. Unless you have lost a child that you have raised, given birth to, and loved more than anything in this world, you do not have a clue how I feel. So please don't say that to someone. Another thing that was on the list that's also true too is not necessarily saying something that hurts someone's feeling. It's not saying something, like not even wanting to mention her name. And I've had some people like that in my life be like, you know, we didn't want to bring it up because we didn't want to upset you. I can promise you, regardless of whether or not you bring it up to someone, it's on their mind all the time. And not bringing their name up or not mentioning them and remembering them, that's not helpful at all, because I want to remember her. I want to talk about her. I am perfectly fine sitting here talking about her all day long, because that isn't making me feel worse. That is helping me remember her and not making me feel guilty that I've just forgot about her and let her go. So please, to any of my family or friends or anyone that thinks, I don't want to bring her up because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. No. She's on my mind, no matter if you bring her up or not. As a matter of fact, when I sit around and I'm remembering her and I'll say something about her, you know, that makes me feel good inside. Or if someone says something about her, like, remember when Taylor did it, you know, that makes me feel better, you know. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't have all the answers when it comes to grief. I know that I miss that little girl so much, and there's not an hour, there's not 30 minutes, I wouldn't say, that goes by that I don't have like some kind of thought about her and her life with me and wish that she was here. That's pretty much all, I guess, guys. I don't want these videos to be so long, but I wanted to just talk to people that have lost a child, talk for people that have lost a child. And while people might not agree with what I'm saying that have lost a child too, just remember, you know, not talking about them, it's not a good thing. Just not bringing it up, it's not a good thing. Saying you know how they feel when you don't know how they feel, that's not a good thing. And just help someone out. Like I'm gonna be honest, that when someone made that dinner thing for my family, looking back now, at the time I probably did not thank that person or did not even like pay attention to what it did for my family. But looking back on that now, for my family, that meant so much to me. That when people brought stuff and helped my family, because I was still trying to function and still trying to, like, you know, take care of Cam. And it was so hard. But it was helpful that I had family and friends that were bringing things by and helping out. So that's it. I'm going to not get through this video without crying. Could edit this part out, I guess. But it's the truth, you know. This is just real life stuff, so. And that's what these videos are about, real life stuff. Like, you know, my other videos that I'm making, like fun videos or whatever, like talking about stupid stuff that don't even matter, like makeup and pocketbooks. But these videos are real, they're raw, they're how I feel, and they help me. And I hope that they're helping someone else too. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Hey, we're almost at 100, y'all. We're going to do another t-shirt giveaway. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching.